Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we are going to discuss about the life and literary works of Jane Austen. Jane Austen was an English novelist. She wrote on the topics like love and love marriages, but in her life she never got married. She was born on 16th December 1775 at Stevenson, Hampshire, England. She is famous for her six great novels in English literature. She left her novel incompleted, and the name of that novel is Sandy Tone. And she could not complete it because she died before its completion. Her father name is George Austen, and her mother name is Cassandra Austen. Let me tell you one thing here, friends, that Cassandra Austen is name of her mother as well as the name of her elder sister. She is 3 years elder to Jane, and both her parents were very kind with her. And there were 8 siblings. Jane Austen had 6 brothers, and there were 2 sisters, Cassandra and Jane. For education, Jane Austen went to Oxford University with her sister Cassandra. She spent there 3 years, but then later on the family condition was not good. That's why the both sisters returned from the university. After that, she continued her education at home, and her father provided her such an environment that she could complete her education and study there. Jane Austen started writing from a very young age. From 12 years, she started writing novels and stories and some poems. And now the most of the times the topics she wrote was on the love and marriages and about the domestic lives. She was the writer of romantic age, but there was no such a kind of like a romanticism in her novels, but mostly she wrote on the love and love marriages. Austen's novels combined with the romantic comedy, social style, and psychological insight. It was an era in England which was not very conducive for women and women writers to go outside freely, and there were a lot of restrictions, lot of barriers. And now we talk about her early works. Early works of Jane Austen are satirical ones. Her first novel is satirical, is The Love and Friendship, and she has deliberately misspelled the title of the book, a novel, that is The Friendship. Spelling is misspelled, FREINDSHIP, ship. So, which are reflected in her novels of Jane Austen. Her father was a clergyman and he had a library at home. Jane Austen used to study from those books, and she was very interested, very inclined towards studying. Jane's father was an educated person, and he was in favor of Jane Austen's further education. It was a romantic age. Jane Austen's father anyhow wanted to explore her creative side. That's why he provided such an environment, and he provided her with the books, with the pen, with so many things which are required for writing. Cassandra is her sister. She is elder sister to her. They both were interested in studying and reading books. Now let's talk about Jane Austen's youth. She started writing at an early age. She was fond of local balls. Local balls are also mentioned in her novel Pride and Prejudice. Local balls are the dance parties. She loved dancing. She has a core understanding of the domestic life that reflects in her all novels. Critics say about Jane that her work range is limited. And her novels like Northanger Abbey was published after her death in 1818. It was originally titled as Susan. And her second novel, Sense and Sensibility, is published in 1811, originally titled as Eleanor and Marianne. Pride and Prejudice is published in 1813, originally titled as First Impressions. It was at that time that the titles of these books were changed, but for the circumstances or for more popularity maybe, they changed the names. Later on, the family condition also deteriorated very much, and the father died during those days. Her family was shifted to a small town, namely Bath, and her productivity somehow was getting diminished day by day. She stopped writing. Jane again started writing after 4 years when her conditions started getting somehow better. When they shifted, when Jane and her brothers and sisters and family shifted in Chowtown village, now the environment was peaceful. She started writing again. It was her novels like Manfield's Park, Emma, and Persuasion where she started working on. There was a guy whose name is Tom Lefroy. He was a fresh law graduate. He came into the life of Jane Austen. They started spending time with each other, then fell in love with each other, but the family rejected the love. In 1802, Jane received her first marriage proposal, and the name of that guy is Harris Bigwither, who was a younger family friend, and she rejected this time. She rejected the proposal because she disliked. She remained unmarried, and at that time it was a kind of a tradition like the unmarried women were not considered respectful, and those were the conditions which were not very conducive for women and women writers. Her novel Sense and Sensibility was published in 1811 by the best publisher of that time, Thomas Egerton. This novel was received by the public wholeheartedly. It got a lot of fame. Secondly, her novel Mansfield Park, again it became very popular among the public, but the critics criticized this book to lot extent. They criticized it, they censored it. In 1816, Jane's health started declining. She continued writing to not give more stress towards her health, but she was really unable to, because by April 1817, Jane was confined to her bed only. She stayed at one place. She was the victim of one disease named as Addison's disease, which is a very dangerous disease. At that time, there was no cure for this disease. On 18 July 1817, Jane died in Winchester and was buried at the city's famous cathedral. This is all about the life of Jane Austen. Hope you like my friends. Hope you like this video, my friends. If you like my video, do subscribe my channel. If you are new, thank you so much.